Right, so welcome to Fax TV. I suppose this is a playoff special. Been joined by Luke this week. Let's sort of talk about the end of the season first. Barrow game, they threw everything at us apart from the kitchen sink, didn't they?
Yeah, and I suppose they could because they played a bit of free will. The last game probably playing together in this league, well it is. And I imagine Bobby Golding got them fired up and just said, go out there, have a good time, we're off on us Mad Monday this weekend. Just have a bit of fun, and that's what they seem to do. They just seem to, they came with a good game plan, just ran hard and just fruitball anywhere they wanted. So it's quite hard to defend that because it's not real as such. Because, like I said, they're just throwing ball at will. Where normally teams are structured and a bit more reserved than that.
What about ourselves? I mean, Scott commented on Fax TV at the end of the game that it's all going to be about the day, and we're going to be talking about the Featherstone game shortly. What was the focus on Sunday? Was it trying to get through Sunday, trying to get the win? Because the results went our way in the end. Yeah, they did, and it's a shame they did. But the week before we didn't get the result, but this week it were about putting a few wrongs right, and just obviously there's been a lot of changes behind the scenes, and it was just Scott's first week and he did a really good job, and it was just a case of all knuckling down together and barring up for one another, and I thought we did. You know, the result itself might not look great on paper, but you know, barring a few kicks, the score would have been probably a bit higher, and I thought we did well, and probably just what we needed going into this playoff game. Were a tough game. You know, if it had been an easy 60-0 or one of them sort of performance, I don't think it would have set us right for this next game, and I think it has, and we had a really tough session Tuesday, which were good. So, was it different to what you've had in the past then?
Yeah, things were a little bit different as they're going to be. You know, you can't change out overnight, and that's no disrespect to what went on before. You know, not saying not wrong about that at all. Scott's got his visions, and you know, of what he knows from before playing, and other clubs, Super League clubs, and we do a few little tweaks, and it feels good. And the lads obviously are all wanting to buy in and help Scott out, you know, in this process and each other. So that's what seems to be happening.
Let's go to Sunday then. With this fourth time lucky?
I know you could say that, but you know, I think we've been unlucky on a few occasions. I think last time we probably didn't quite show up in that first 20 minutes, but we've done some video this week, and what people probably don't realise, we weren't that far off. As even I thought we were way off at that Fev game, that we were just completely unmatched in all aspects. But other than that first 20 minutes, we're like 20 points. We're not that far off stats wise, and actually just game management wise. Looking at the video, we're not actually that far off. So I reckon it'll be a good game, a good tough game, and obviously we both want to win. We both want to get to the GF, and I think I'm going to put myself in good stead for that.
Let's look at the comparison though. Last year we ended up playing Sheffield and played brilliantly. We had a week off and it all crumbled. What's your preference this year? Do you still want that week off as a player, or do you want that consistency? Yes, it would be nice to win, but is it that if we do win, you're going to get some more time to get some training underneath your belt under the Morel regime? Yeah,
because obviously you don't want to lose, do you? So you want to go in there, get your win, and you're not necessarily going to play them again, are you, like in past, because of the way we've all been seeded. So generally top four of the four end up getting back into the top four, and I reckon we'll probably have a bit of a different battle this year. You know, Sheffield at bottom, but in the eight, there's battling, there's Dewsbury who've gone well this year, working in a surprise package. So I reckon you've got to win this week, because you definitely don't want to lose this week and get egg on your face next week against them good sides who are coming into some form. So I think, you know, like I said before, we want to win this game, like you've just said, get a good week's practice under his belt, and then take that semi-final with both hands.
Do you think this time, because Andy Hay didn't really have Featherstone that long really, and they were a little bit unknown, they were sort of still settling down, but like you say, on paper, statistically we did well, really, we weren't that far off the pace. Do you think now we know a bit more about them and they've had a few tough games which they have come a cropper, that's going to help us out? Because is the pressure off you?
Do you know what, it is really, isn't it? And the pressure's sort of on them, I suppose. There's the negative side now of the GF. What people are saying is that all the focus are on coming first or second, but the GF's a different competition, isn't it? And I'd say the pressure is on them. Like you said, we've lost 3 games out of 3 so far to them, so pressure's sort of on them. No one will be expecting too much of us, and that's what you thrive off in it as a player. You want to prove people wrong, so I think we'll be fired up, and I think we'll be ready for it.
And I suppose you could tell us, even as a player, have we got any injured lads coming back? Do you know of?
No, I honestly don't know, and that's Scott's decision in it, and he'll decide whether people are right to play or they're not, and it'll be interesting. They've
got some really tough forwards as well. I mean, what's that like? I mean, sometimes Liam Harrison on Sunday looked like he was running for fun. He was knocking people over like he was playing 10-pin bowling. Have you recovered enough time to face Featherstone's big lads? Or is it a case you're just not worried about it, getting your job done as a forward to basically lay the field for everybody else?
Yeah, I don't think you think about that in any game. Probably when we played them last time, they had 6 props to our 3-4, so that helped them with a bit more energy. Last week we played with 5, so if we're playing similar to how we have been last week, I think it gives us a much better chance having more big men on the bench than little men, as the saying goes, because that helps with their firepower then, and it combats each other rather than having two or three little men on the bench and having to bring someone on to try to combat that. So I definitely think the way Barrow, the way it worked, will be a lot more suitable for Featherstone and their bigger side. But as everyone knows, it's not really their forwards that do the damage for them, it's their back 3. So it's probably more taking care of them than it is the props.
Was it nice to have Dane back, the tackling machine?
Yeah, he's awesome in it, and he came back and just led straight from front as he does, and there's no corners, edges with Dane, is there? It's straight line running, picking people up, dunking them. He's great, and he brought some real good energy back to the team, and I think all the lads will be buzzing to have him back.
Is that what you need then? If we're going to finish this interview now, it's all about energy. You need that from the fans to get through.
Exactly, yeah, and I've said that all year. I always allude back to Northern Rail Cup final when the fans they outshadowed the Featherstone fans and we won, and a lot of people don't like going there for past history reasons, which we won't get into, but it'd be great if the fans could go, and the ones who do go really get behind us, because that's what the lads need positivity, and it honestly does help all on social media when fans are getting behind you and when they're there at game, and they really are, he's like your 18th man, so it'd be good to get them behind us and help us get the win.
That's brilliant. Well, Luke, best of luck for Sunday.
Thank you.
And let's hope we're talking about a win next time.
Yeah, definitely.